What's up, guys? Back with a new video. So I've seen a lot of ISF owners online lately purchasing the novel carbon fiber ducks. They're really cool. They're really nice. They're like a big carbon fiber piece that you attach here with double-sided tape or something like that. I can't afford that. $800 or something like that. I can't afford that. So we're gonna vinyl wrap it and see how it actually looks. This is a very cheap alternative. It'll cost you probably 10 bucks or so for enough to just wrap the fender pieces itself. So I'm gonna tackle that today. For those who have an ISF and wants to do a carbon fiber look to add a little bit of contrast on your ISF, this might be the best alternative. So stay tuned. First thing you want to do is pop these panels off. I'm gonna use my Phillips drill. And I think it's a 10mm as well, but you want to pop this side skirt off. Before we start, you want to turn the wheel to the right so you have enough clearance to get to the screws. We're going to be removing this section of the side skirt. We're just going to prop it off just very slightly so we can get inside the crevice and clean it and then wrap it. And once that's done, we're going to slap the panel back on so it seems very clean. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, now that we have clearance, I'm going to go ahead and take off these screws. I got one more screw here, but I'm going to need to use a 10mm wrench. I couldn't find a 10mm, so I'm going to use an adjustable. There's two plastic tabs right here. I can feel it behind the fender itself. You want to either get a needle nose or use your fingers and try to pinch them out. So I'm going to try to do that right now. Alright, so it does come out very easily if you gently put some pressure on it. And it runs down all the way in the side as well. So just going to use our fingers and just firmly pull. Woo. I think that's enough. Right here, it's about 1/4 inch of space, and up here you have as much as you need. I'm gonna find something to prop it open while I clean the inside of the fender. Alright, now I'm gonna clean it with some adhesive cleaner just to get any oils and grease off the surface. You gotta make sure you get deep down in there, because if you don't get all of it off, the vinyl is gonna not stick very well. I would recommend cleaning the outer area of the side skirt and the door, just to remove any contaminants that might stick to the vinyl. Once you have that cleaned out, we're gonna cut the carbon fiber to size. So you want to measure a couple inches from top and bottom, so you have a lot of extra piece to cut off. You don't ever want to be short, because then you waste your vinyl. Just want to line it up, make sure everything's good. Alright, so I was able to edge it off to make it as straight as possible. I'm going to take my gloves off at this point, and we're going to see how this turns out. We're going to tuck it away, keeping it as neat as possible. So what I'm doing is I'm lining it right at the crease, but not on the crease, okay? It's about 1/4 inch below it, because when the side skirt goes back onto the fender, there's about an 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch of the crease that shows, and if I were to do it exactly on the line, it wouldn't look right. So you'll see it when you actually do it yourself, that you need to have some sort of space. Alright, so once you get the baseline on, you want to go ahead and squeegee some of it flat so it doesn't move as much. I'm gonna work my way down, try to move all the air bubbles out. At this point, we have a lot of extra vinyl, so we're gonna figure out and calculate how much we need to cut off. Again, you want to save at least 1/2 inch to 1 inch extra that could be tucked away underneath the middle of the side skirt, or actually the end of the side skirt. So be careful when you're doing this. I have extra space right here that isn't covered, so I'm gonna have to pull it off, realign it, and push it over. Alright, so I cut a little bit too much off, so I'm gonna have to redo this. This is a lot harder than it looks. Alright, so I'm gonna continue down with a squeegee. Reapplying this again because I had it way too high. Alright, once you got it right, after 1,000 times of pulling this off and putting it on, lay it down again. It may not be perfect, because mine isn't perfect right now, but it looks really damn cool. Use your fingers and push against the crease on the inside of the fender. This is where you're going to have your outline to cut it out, as well as here. Squeeze it to the edge. And this is where you're also going to cut it out, or tuck it, so whatever you want to do. Using your blade, you're going to run across this line and just cut off the extra pieces. The main parts that you want to cut off is where the holes are, where the fender connects to the side skirt, because that panel needs to get in there. So I don't know if you can see, there are 3 holes. I just want to make that clear so I can reattach the fender. Use the rest of your fingers to push whatever you can. For here, you can tuck it underneath and just call it a day. I might choose to do that. So what you do is just push it in as much as you can with the hard side, like that. What will really help is if you use a heat gun, it'll weaken and make the carbon fiber more pliable. But for now, I'm just gonna tuck it in like that. So after we're done installing this panel, we're gonna open the door, and it'll give us enough space to actually tuck the carbon fiber. So we'll do that in a little bit. I kinda like it already. It kinda looks like the novel carbon fiber duct. Sure as hell looks cool. Now I want to carefully tap this back into place. Okay, put your screws back in, and then we're gonna heat this little corner up and fold it back so that it holds onto the fender very, very tightly. Alright guys, this project's going to take about 15-20 minutes per side. I advise you to take your time with it, but it definitely looks really, really nice on the car. A lot of contrast on the side of the panel. There's a lot of blue on my car, so this actually takes the eye away from it. But save yourself the $800 and just vinyl wrap it. It looks just as good, and you know, you can't go wrong. And you did it yourself. So I just want to say thank you for all those who watch my videos. If you like this video in particular, please put the thumbs up, comment if you plan to do it on your car, and subscribe if you're a new viewer. Yeah, I got nothing else to do today. So this was a great project in the meantime, but I hope you guys do the same. Remember, buy more to have backup is better than having less. So spend the $20, spend the $30 and buy a big roll of the carbon fiber wrap. You won't regret it, and if you mess up, you have backup for days. So I hope this works well for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.